Hey everybody, this is Mary and we are going to continue this spring refresh kind of challenge that I've given myself. So far I have done my living room and kitchen and just added some fun pre-spring items in those areas, and you guys have loved those videos. Thank you so much for all the support and love that you guys have given me. So today we are going to continue on with my dining room, and we're going to add a little bit of charm and character to this dining room that it has needed for a long time. So I'm going to be adding some battens and some beautiful color to the walls. Just some fun things going on in this dining room. If you guys are with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are just going to continue this and do tons of organizing. Like, I have so many plans for the spring and summer, y'all. You have to subscribe. So our first stop today is going to be Hobby Lobby, and I was just looking at all of the beautiful florals, and I really did practice some self-control this day because I wanted everything, you guys. Those beautiful ranunculus is what I think those are. Maybe anemones, but I think they're ranunculus. They are just so incredibly lifelike. These beautiful cream roses, and I don't know what these are, but they are just so pretty and whimsical. I did love these hydrangeas, and they were just so very pretty, but a little bit too tall for what I'm looking for today. And these were just so whimsical and just drapey. I just loved them. But we are keeping it simple on the dining room table this year, and you guys will have to just see what I ended up with. This print is just gorgeous, and I really wanted it, but I refrained. But Hobby Lobby is just continually putting some new things out for spring. There were several things that I had not noticed before. Really pretty prints, very beautiful landscapes. Our next stop was here at Lowe's to pick up all the MDF boards for our board and batten, and this was a pretty inexpensive project. Here are the things that I will be using in this project. I got a new paint tray with all the accessories, measuring tape, of course, our nails for our nail gun, the paint, and some caulking, our level, and here are all of the decor pieces that I'll be using. Just some beautiful florals. I ended up getting these cosmos, and they are just a staple for spring. I love them. I have them in several other areas of the house during the springtime and thought I needed some more. This beautiful greenery, a candle, a couple of those tea towels, and that beautiful vase. I just love that clear vase, and this adorable basket, and a little boxwood wreath that I had already. So that basket was $19.99 with 40% off, and here is that beautiful tapestry print that I got. You guys, look at the price, $19.99 with 40% off. Just a steal. And this is the dining room before, and we are just going to get to work on this.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, so what we have done so far, we've gotten our ledger board, basically the top board, measured out where we want it. So this line here is going to be the bottom, and this is 5 feet up from the bottom of the trim. So we've got this measured all the way around, and Kenny is out making cuts now for this board, and we're gonna get these boards on. You can probably hear him out there making our cuts. I'm gonna go around with my dry decks and fill some holes. There's a few holes where we had artwork. Eventually, maybe even on my spring decorate with me, I might bring up those curtain rods because I feel like they need to come up quite a bit, and I really am on the hunt for some new curtains. I want to get some curtains from 2 Pages for the dining room, living room, everywhere, honestly. Boom shakalaka. So now what we're doing in this process, we've got our top ledger board on, we've got our middle boards, our battens, and now we're just adding this top ledge just to finish it off. You got this. You got this. Good. Imagine it when it's painted. So what we did here, we turned this around, and it's kind of got that curved edge where you can see it. I just think that looks a little more polished and finished. But you could do it the other way where it's flatter. I'll show you guys a close up here. See how this is a little bit round right here? It's just rounded. That top edge is flat. And that's just rounded. See the cows out in the neighbor's pasture? Like this, it's just gonna be like a window to the outside. I love this canvas, you guys. And for $20 with 40% off, what a great deal. Kenny just mitered that corner so it looks pretty seamless. And he's doing the cut for this other one now. Red?
Yeah, well, Uncle Katie said it's gonna be red.
Huh?
Uncle Katie said they're gonna be red.
No, we're not painting it red. Here's what we've got going on. We've got all the boards up, and we truly feel like this has doubled the size of this dining room. Looks so good so far. So now I've got all of the holes filled with my DAP. It's all turning white, so it's time to sand. Well, I think I'll caulk it all first. I have to find my caulking gun. And here's kind of the plan for later. We're gonna add wood to these, all of these windowsills. We're gonna add like a wood piece, and it's gonna have a little hangover. So I think that's gonna look so awesome when we do that, because this is just sheetrock and it doesn't look right. It has like a modern flair, and we want it to look a little more rustic and country. Okay, I'm gonna get to caulking now. I'm on my second wall caulking, and it's just incredible the difference that caulking makes. If you guys have board and batten, or if you plan on doing it, do not skip this step. It's so important. It does take some time, and it takes some time to dry, but I always get the fast dry, the Alex fast dry, and I'm a really messy caulker, but I always have my wet washcloth or baby wipes as a great option too. But wet washcloth, and then I just rinse it out when it gets too crazy. And man, it just makes such a difference. But I'm gonna just continue caulking. I just strongly encourage, if there's a wall or an area in your house that needs a little bit of character, board and batten is the way to go. It just makes such a huge difference. I cannot wait to see the finished product. Run it down, and it's gonna just take off that excess a little bit, and then I always just come back with my finger and run it back through one good time and just make it really nice looking. You might have to run it over a couple times, and that's okay. These corners sometimes are really hard. You just need to run your finger back through and just finesse those little corners a little bit. I'm just gonna keep on caulking and get all of this done. You guys have seen tons of caulking on YouTube, and you don't need to see all of that. So I'm just gonna finish up here. Alrighty, you guys, it is literally a couple of hours later. This took a while. It looks really good. Kenny is actually at Walmart right now getting a sanding block for me. I couldn't find mine, and this is gonna take quite a bit of sanding to make it look great. All of my DAP has dried. So this is where we're at. I take a long time to caulk because I want it to look pretty professional, and I am super messy, so I'm doing a lot of cleanup while I'm caulking. So this is where we're at. I think it looks really good. I'm so excited to get this color on the wall. And this was a little tricky around this area, around the butcher block. I wanted to just make sure that looked really good. I didn't want a huge caulk line there. And then can I piece this together? So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sanding on that to make it look pretty seamless. But other than that, I think it looks really great. He's also going to have to cut this plate. He has a wet saw, or I can't remember what type of saw he said he's gonna use. And he's just gonna cut this plate instead of cutting the board. We just think that'll look a lot better. So that's that. He's just gonna cut that right down the edge there. And that will look pretty great. And then I'll just caulk that when he does it. That may be tomorrow before he does that. Okay, now that I have that all caulked, we are actually gonna take a little break and go watch some of the Super Bowl. I don't know how much I'll watch of it, but gonna come back and get this sanded and maybe start painting tonight. We'll see how much energy I have after the game. And I'm just really excited on where this is going. I think it looks amazing already. I just want to put board and batten everywhere in our house. So you guys stay tuned. We decided to add these boards in between, and it was such a great decision. I decided to go with Revere Pewter for the walls, and I think it was a really great decision. It's a super beautiful neutral color. It just goes with everything, and the color really doesn't change with the lighting. So I really love this on all of our interior doors downstairs, and I thought it would be just a really nice color in here. I do, like a contrasting color. I love Mothwing in our entryway, but it's a little bit moody and dark, and I really just wanted to keep this dining room light, bright, and airy. I have really learned over the years that if you keep your main spaces pretty neutral and then just add in beautiful pops of color through your artwork and things like that, it really does make a difference. Alrighty, everybody. The paint is done, and there's not just a huge contrast. The lighting in here is really bad because it's so gloomy today, but you can see a bit of a contrast. I didn't want it to be like a huge difference. I just wanted it to be subtle, but I just love how it turned out. I feel like it just brought so much character, which is what we were wanting. Just loving where this is going, and here in a little while I'm gonna just do all of the finishing touches and add some decor to the table and get this room cleaned up and ready for the reveal. And here I am again, another late night. I decided after our basketball game this night to just get in here and get this room finished up, get it back together, and I was just really excited to do the decorating part of this project, and I love how it turned out. I cannot wait to hear what y'all think. I am still really just kind of blown away by this tapestry. I think, and is it even called a tapestry? I'm not sure, but it is just a beautiful print, and for such a great price, I am loving how this looks here. And I feel like when I do bring up those curtain rods, and I may bring them all the way up to the ceiling if I can find long enough curtains, and I'm definitely gonna go with a pop of color for my curtains in here. But when I bring up those curtain rods higher than this picture, I think it's even going to look better. So here I am just adding in this tea towel. This is a Hearth and Hand tea towel, and I love these. They're like $4, and it's such a great little table runner. It's not like a full runner, but I think it just adds a great little pop of color, and it's not totally in the way. Adding in that beautiful vase and basket, and I could use a couple more of those picks from Hobby Lobby, and I may grab some of those at some point just to make that basket look a little bit more full. Here I am taking those beautiful cosmos, and I decided to add a little bit of water to that vase. That's something I'll probably just have to change out every once in a while, but I think it just gives a little more realistic look. These cosmos already just look so incredibly realistic. You guys have got to add these into your spring decor. I am taking these little moss hearts that I got at Michael's and just spreading them around for Valentine's Day. I thought that was a cute little subtle Valentine's touch. I'll probably just remove those after February is over from the tablescape. I have also been loving the candles from Hobby Lobby. They are just super fragrant, and they're always 40% off, I believe. So not a bad price for those. And for this boxwood wreath, I am just taking a little thin ribbon and tying a bow, and people are so passionate about bows. Whether you like them or not, they are just a cute little touch for any season, and you can just add in that seasonal color through ribbon in such great simple ways. And the last little piece of ribbon that I'm going to add here to this basket, I just can't get enough of this checkered scalloped ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby. I use this a lot in my kitchen refresh. If you guys missed that, I will definitely have that linked. I added in a lot of pink and ribbon to my kitchen refresh, and I think you guys would really enjoy that. And last but not least, I'm just bringing this little scalloped table back in. I got this at a flea market for about $5, and it's just one of my favorite finds ever. I kept it just the way it is. It's super chippy. It has random different color paints on it, greens, creams, and of course that wood. And just giving my pothos plant and fiddle leaf fig a little drink. If you guys have any tips on those fiddle leaf figs, let me know in the comments. I have kept this guy alive for about a year now, and it has doubled in size, so I'm super excited about that. And here is the final look for my dining room refresh. I love how it turned out. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of the paint color, of the board and batten, and what color curtains should I add in this dining room to just give a great pop of color. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and just continue watching this great reveal. If you guys decide to do some board and batten in an area of your home, I think it would just make such a great statement in your home as well. There are so many great tutorials out there on YouTube. You guys find one and put some board and batten in an area of your house. You will absolutely love it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure that you watch my kitchen refresh. I think that you guys will enjoy it. And if you have any questions, of course, just let me know in the comments. I love to hear your feedback, and I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Have a great week. God bless you guys.